The Prime Minister on indulgence.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. And on a brief indulgence today, together with the Leader of the Opposition, we acknowledge it's a special day for people of Greek heritage, of Australians, Mr Speaker, including in this House, but also right across the country and indeed in the homeland of Greece, Mr Speaker, because today marks the bicentennial of the modern Greek state, Mr Speaker, and I extend to all the Greek people, in particular to Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis, a very good friend of this country, Mr Speaker, a very good friend of Australia, and I appreciate his great friendship in the many issues that we've been dealing with, particularly in relation to COVID-19. They have been a fellow traveller as we've been working through those issues, and I greatly appreciate his input and his recognition also very generously of the way that Australia has dealt with these issues. He's taken a keen interest in the Australians of Greek heritage, Mr Speaker, and I know he'd be welcoming this statement from our parliament today. It's a wonderful milestone for this proud people of a very ancient land. Greece has given so much to the world, the wisdom of their ancients, the tales of their gods and their heroes, the Olympic quest, Mr Speaker, something particularly in south-east Queensland, Mr Speaker, very thrilled about celebrating that Olympic spirit to be faster, higher and stronger, and indeed the first dawn of democracy now shared with so much of the world. And let's work together to ensure that more of the world can share in a great democratic traditions. Australia has been blessed by our fellow citizens who are of Greek heritage. It's a wonderful community, grounded in family and faith, and a people with a fierce pride, Mr Speaker. From the local Paragon milk bars to the neighbours who share plates of baklava, to the contributions here in this chamber and in so many places in our national life, the Greek influence has added so much to our great multicultural society. It's a joyous passion added to our national life. Our Greek friends always add to our communities. They build them up, they open them up, and importantly, Mr Speaker, through the great waves of migration to this country, the welcoming way that they have brought their fellow Greeks to this country and surrounded them at a time, Mr Speaker, so many years ago, particularly in the 50s and the 60s, when our migrant support services are not what they are today. So it was the local Greek Orthodox parish priest and the many others who worked in those faith communities who put their arms around those communities and ensured that they got off to such a successful start in life here in Australia. Our Greek friends do this each and every day to this day. Attributes that originally were so Greek are now very Australian, and the two are meshed closely together. In recent days, Archbishop Makarios has reminded me that on the bicentenary, some of the customary celebrations aren't taking place, including that wonderful joyous gathering at the Sydney Opera House. But there will be smaller celebrations, but no less joyous. So I thank our Greek community for the sacrifices they have made during this pandemic, like so many others. I thank them for their contribution to our national life. I honour our Greek friends and the Greek nation. We have stood side by side in great conflicts and sought the same democratic freedoms and liberties and peace as we do to this day together. So happy Independence Day. Zitoi Elas, Mr Speaker.